When I first heard about RockCraw's initiative of offering young people concert tickets as incentives to volunteer, I kind of found myself doing a really bad impression of Victor Meldrew and feeling somewhat annoyed. I took a backward step and wanted to explore the reasons why this was. There were a number of issues that stood out for me. But for me, the one thing that really stands out for me is how will offering incentives impact on the integrity of volunteering? I think everybody's take on that is different, and given that volunteers are involved in different areas in different ways, I don't actually think there's an easy answer to that question. The Compact Code of Good Practice on Volunteering describes volunteering as an activity that involves spending time unpaid doing something that aims to benefit the environment or individuals or groups. The Compact Oxford Dictionary goes on to describe to volunteer as to freely offer to do something. I think that the definition that really comes closest to my understanding of what volunteering is something I came across on the UK VPM's forum the other week. It's about volunteerism, and it describes volunteerism as the willingness of people to work on behalf of others without being motivated by financial or material gain. I think it's also important to recognise that people do volunteer for other reasons. They're motivated by self-development, for improving self-worth, or to gaining skills for employment, for example. I think these are perfectly valid reasons for volunteering, as I believe that through self-improvement we do something, perhaps indirectly, to benefit society. I think my unease around offering incentive stems from that it seems somewhat incongruous with the notion of volunteering being unpaid without financial or material gain. Can it really be truly stated that you're offering your time for free if you're given a concert ticket for only 4 hours of volunteering? But then one person's incentive is another person's recognition. I know RockCraw consider their concert ticket as a way of celebrating achievement. I read in this month's Volunteering England online magazine about volunteering with the RSPB, where it mentions that volunteers who do 50 hours of volunteering in a year are given a volunteering card, which gives them 20% discount on RSPB goods, as a recognition of their contribution. So what is the difference between the concert ticket and a volunteer card? What makes one an incentive and another a recognition award? When does incentive become recognition? Is it simply a case of a commitment of time? Do we draw a line in the sand, say 10 hours, 20 hours, or maybe even 50 hours? I actually don't think it's as simple as that. If a concert ticket, though, for me, is a celebration of achievements, I kind of feel uncomfortable that it's in recognition of only 4 hours. For me, it somewhat devalues what recognition is. And I guess I'd feel more comfortable if it was, say, for 20 hours of volunteering. I've got no logic to base that number on, but it's something that just feels right for me. That actually doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right, of course, or invalidates what we're doing. I kind of understand the reasons why RockCraw are offering incentives and the appeal of incentives. And I think it would be disingenuous, cynical and wrong of me to state that the many thousands of people who have volunteered through RockCraw have volunteered for the incentives alone. And I hope also, and again I have no reason to doubt, that the 35% of people who come back to volunteering are volunteering for the greater good and not the incentives. I don't think that there's necessarily anything wrong in incentives, using incentives to attract people into volunteering. However, I think we as a sector need to look carefully at how incentives impact on the integrity of volunteering. Do we risk disenfranchising the vast majority of people who freely volunteer without financial and material gain? Do we also run the risk of creating a culture where the primary reason for volunteering is the incentive itself, rather than to benefit the environment, society, or self-development? I can't help feel hollow inside if I think that the answer to those two questions were yes. Thank you.